headed into nighttime here over Mexico. And if it does not, appear visible there, yeah, that definitely would be a data point. The other thing is, since it is approaching kind of the very southern tip of North America, with being in Mexico, kind of Central America, I would hope that we'd be in range of some of the United States Air Force's space surveillance radars. So we should have some update here sometime soon. Vicki, thank you very much once again. Thanks so much for this as being super interesting, and your commentary has been A+. Well, hey, really appreciate that. We'll have to do some more of these in the future. This is, believe it or not, my first time doing one of these live streams, so it's fun to do one. I usually shoot videos of rocket launches and landings and that sort of stuff, and do a lot of engineering. So it's fun to come out here and talk technical stuff with everybody. So it will be interesting with this Mexico pass. If we don't get any videos from there, that definitely would be a data point. And Ethan, if you do see any updates, please message me so I can relay them here. Okay, looks like I got something here. Grepster123, thank you very much. Your message says Space Force has reportedly said that it has re-entered. Jonathan McDowell tweeted. Okay, so we'll check on that right now. If so, that would be good news. It would likely indicate it dropping into the Indian Ocean. And we are seeing that. Here's the tweet. Insiders at Space Force reporting that data indicates the rocket has indeed re-entered, but still waiting for confirmation, i.e. correctly it fails to show up on radar next time around, presumably somewhere between the Middle East and Australia. Stay tuned. And then 1 minute ago, an update, still waiting for Space Force confirmation, but indications are, with low to moderate confidence, the rocket probably came down somewhere over the Indian Ocean. Okay, so that matches very, very much what we've been saying based on the available information. So that's the latest. Hopefully we get an official Space Force, we'll call it and say, okay, it's down. We will see. Honey Clouds, thank you. This is very helpful. Thank you. Well, thank you very much too for the donation. We will stay here until we get some kind of radar confirmation. This thing is indeed down. If it is still up, it's approaching the southern area of Mexico. And if it is still up after that, it could actually make a pass on southern Florida. But it does appear that this thing is most likely in the Indian Ocean some minutes ago. A-Rod, thank you for the $100 super chat. You're the best. Says, thank you for sharing educational and informative data. We thank you. If you're ever in Chicago, let me know, and I'll give you a free haircut. Well, thank you very much, A-Rod. I really, really appreciate it. I know from the whole team here at Infinite Space, it means a lot to hear that the coverage was helpful and informative, and it's been an adventure watching this thing come down. So we will see. So already getting an update from retweeted by Jonathan McDowell. He says the CNSA/CMS official account on Weibo confirms that Long March 5 CZ-5B booster has re-entered at 2:24 UTC, May 9th. The location of the re-entry is 72.47 degrees east, 2.65 degrees north. The CMS website appears to be down now. So apparently they made that post and then people are kind of swarming it to try to see more information, but it has crashed the website. So it is possible that this thing's down. We're continuing to get information that leads us to think it's down. Another update from Jonathan McDowell. China now reporting that it is down right over the Maldives Islands, which is in the Indian Ocean. So they're saying now reporting the rocket re-entered at 0224 UTC at 72.47 east, 2.65 degrees north, which is right over the Maldives, which you can pull that up on Google Earth. If correct, it will be interesting to see if we get any reports from there. So that is a populated island. Yeah, it would be real fascinating if somebody happened to get a video out there in the Indian Ocean. So interesting. It's also good information that we're getting, specific coordinates. Seems to maybe indicate maybe there was some radar data or something to support that. But we will see. We will see. Hopefully, in this world of phones, somebody could have gotten a shot of it. So as you can see here, colleague is looking to find the possible location where they're indicating it might have dropped. If it is still in the air, it would be coming right over the horizon in Mexico. So Ethan, the Maldives are kind of over, to the southwest of Sri Lanka, if you're able to locate that. But yeah, this has been really an exciting evening following this drama of this rocket re-entering. It really is quite the story. And this kind of thing happens from time to time, but it's unusual when you have this 23-ton object, that's getting ready to fall down. There's the Maldives. It does appear to be off the ground track, so I'm a little skeptical of those coordinates, but we'll see. We'll see as we get more information here. Super chat from Andrew Blaine says, "Thank you for the stream." Well, thank you, Andrew, for joining us and seeing what's going on with this thing. So still no official Space Force confirmation. We're hopefully get that soon. Jonathan McDowell making another tweet saying an ocean reentry was always statistically the most likely. It appears China won its gamble, unless we get news of debris in the Maldives. But it was still reckless, according to him. So, yeah, I will say, it'd be nice in the future if China can get those reentries from uncontrolled to controlled. I think people would breathe a lot easier and probably a lot less stress over everybody. So once again, I do see some questions. How will we know if it landed? It does appear it most likely has landed due to various reports, including from the Chinese government. However, we are still awaiting radar data. Radar should have come around 3 UTC, which was about 15 minutes ago. So we're hoping maybe they're just carefully looking at that data, making sure they're not missing anything before they making an announcement. But I do think more likely than not, it came down somewhere in the Indian Ocean between the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, and the coast of Australia. So we're just trying to get confirmation. Lots of people saying that the rocket's down. If it was to still be up, it would be passing over southern Mexico right now. So if you do happen to be in southern Mexico and you go out there, take a look, just in case. Until you have that formal confirmation, it's sort of in limbo. Moki Tum Tum, thank you very much. Is it past Georgia now? It really, I'm not sure if you're talking about Georgia the country or Georgia the state, but it does appear that it most likely is down in the Indian Ocean. Sophia Murillo, thank you for the chat, says video of Twitter user WTF Lalbai, who lives in the Middle East, where you can see the rocket with a bright yellow glow. Looks like it's on fire. Okay, so I will go check that out. See what's going on there. We did have that video, possibly from Oman, that that showed, it looked like an object with kind of some plasma trail going behind it. So it's very possible that this thing was starting its reentry as it left the Middle East, and then ultimately probably came down somewhere in the Indian Ocean. That's the best information we have at this point. Looking at that video, by no means definitive. It could be, that could be a high altitude trail being lit up by sunlight. So I definitely wouldn't say that video is definitive, but looking at it, we'll see. Thanks for sharing it anyway, though. Okay, continuing to look at this thing here. Christian Davenport, we're making a tweet, says there was a big public outcry after China shot down a dead weather satellite in 2007, causing a huge debris field that still causes problems today. Many U.S. officials think only public pressure will prevent another spent rocket stage reentry problem like the one we saw today. So that is something that, what is the aftermath of this whole event? And, these next two Chinese space station modules, too, are supposed to fly on the same rocket. So let's hope that, perhaps China will kind of see the public outcry and see that people were kind of worrying about this and everything, and will maybe, try a little harder on the deorbiting or fix whatever problem kept them from doing it. Let's hope for a better future with fewer multi-ton, 20-ton objects falling out of the sky. Whitney Brundledge, thank you for the super chat. She reports that Space Track on Twitter confirmed it's down. So we'll take a look at that. Space Track on Twitter. See if they're referencing any radar data or not. Yeah, so spacetrack.org is generally a pretty reliable source for information. So still no radar confirmation, but obviously there seems to be strong indications that it's likely down by now. So, okay, well, at this point, it may be down, but if you are in the southern region of Florida, and you do, if it is by some strange reason still up, we would appreciate reports over Florida at this point. It would be starting to become visible about 45 degrees high in the sky, and it will pass over south central Florida. So if you are in those areas, let me know if you see anything. Most likely down, but, obviously would like to have some final confirmation for this. See again, some more tweets here. Yeah, just further confirmation coming from China, CNSA, CMS official account, confirming that it re-entered. So really Florida will be the last kind of look at it, I think. Whitney Brutledge, thank you for the $5, says, I'm in Tampa and outside watching. Perfect. See if anything comes overhead. I think at this point we'd all be surprised if it's still up, but we will see. Stephen Childress, thank you. Welcome to Captain. Thank you for joining. I'm just having an internal discussion here with my colleagues here about where, if it did land in the Maldives, what those coordinates went to. Would be somewhat north of the ground track, so not totally 100% sure on that, but it likely did go down the Indian Ocean. But according to those coordinates from the Chinese government, it would have been very close to an island, if that is actually the case. But it also does appear kind of more north of the ground track than we would have maybe have expected. So we'll see. We'll see. Jennifer Tirado, welcome to Cabin Crew. Thank you very much. So at this point, if it is still up, it would be over the Gulf of Mexico, getting ready to make an appearance in Florida. Oh, actually, I would have already passed Florida. My screen lagged a little bit. Well, Jason Sutton, thank you for the super chat. And Masha Sharoki, hi, thank you for the chat. Aerospace Corporation tweeted confirmation from spacetrack.org, Long March 5B is down. So it seems to be the consensus at this point that it has landed in the Indian Ocean between the Middle East and Australia, the coast of Australia. Still possibly around the Maldives, although that report's a little bit unconfirmed because it seems to be a little further north of the ground track than expected. But we will see. Hopefully somebody got some video somewhere, and we can kind of get some closure on all this. But very cool, very cool. Jennifer Tirado updates us. Thank you for the super chat. Outside now, live in DeLand, Florida, by Ocala National Woods. So it's pitch black, and so going to look. Shout out to Savannah and Amy. We were all looking. So cool. So we've got some good spotters that were on the ground there in Florida, and doesn't seem like it has made it that far. Jared Kennard, thanks for the chat. Happy Mother's Day to my wife, Lori Kuckinger, from her husband, Barry. So happy Mother's Day to you, Lori. Well, do encourage everybody who's here to subscribe to this channel. We're going to continue to cover space events here. Somebody says I've been watching from Miami and nothing here. Ninja 2, thank you very much for the super chat and for giving us the update. Yeah, it seems very unlikely that it's still in orbit at this point. We're running on old orbital elements that haven't been updated now for some time. Still no confirmation from the United States Space Force, but they may be waiting for multiple different radar acquisitions to show that it's missing before they formally call it. But at this point, does appear that it came down somewhere in the Indian Ocean, according to consensus of experts everywhere. So for anybody interested in space news, Christian Davenport reporting the Long March 5B is down, possibly in the Indian Ocean. He says Elon Musk is up, definitely live from New York. So from one space news area to another. Bucktang, thank you very much for the super chat. Yo, can you say Happy Mother's Day to Sharina? Thank you. Well, Happy Mother's Day, Sharina. Also really appreciate the super chat. Ace Orbit. What's up, E-Train? Thank you for the chat.